This is your APAS update for March 9th. We've got 7 updates for you this week. Number 1, APAS staff, directors, and this year's Youth Leadership and Mentorship Program mentees were in Ottawa this week for the Canadian Federation of Agriculture's annual general meeting. They had meetings with numerous elected officials while they were there. Plus, they debated and voted on policy resolutions at the AGM. APAS had submitted 9 policy resolutions, and all 9 of them were passed by delegates at the AGM. You can click in the link in the video description below to read those resolutions and their briefing notes. Number 2, on March 6th, the Youth Leadership and Mentorship Program mentees met with the new CEO of FCC, Justine Hendricks. FCC is the principal sponsor of this year's Youth Leadership and Mentorship Program. So we thank Justine for the meeting and also thank FCC for their sponsorship of this year's program. Number 3, APAS staff directors and the mentees also met with Minister Bibeau, the Federal Liberal Minister of Agriculture, as well as John Barlow, the current Federal Conservative Agriculture critic, and they also had a meeting with Scott Ross, the Executive Director of the Canadian Federation of Agriculture. You can click in the link in the video description below to see photos from those meetings. Number 4, back in February, James Tansey, one of the provincial government's provincial pest specialists, did a webinar talking about insect and gopher problems for this upcoming spring. There's a recording of the webinar, so you can click in the link in the video description below to watch it. Number 5, former APAS President Todd Lewis became CFA's first Vice President at the CFA AGM in Ottawa this week. We put out a news release regarding Todd's acclamation to the role, so click in the link in the video description below to read it. Number 6, APAS will have a booth at the SARM Convention trade show that's going to be happening at Prairieland Park in Saskatoon next week on March 14th and 15th. If you happen to be going to the convention, make sure to stop by and say hi. And number 7, if you've got an RM Council meeting coming up and you'd like APAS staff or director to come to the meeting with you, let me know and we'll get it set up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.